Carrie. Hello. You know what, I wasn't even planning on making this video. I was actually sat down to write, and then I looked at the date and I was like, oh my god, it's Friday. Friday? How has Friday happened? Like, where did the rest of the week go? I don't know. This is bonkers. I am missing a week. But hello, it is Friday. I am filming this the day it is going up. That is how organised I am this week. Yep. But we went to Wimbledon this week and it was amazing. I've never been to Wimbledon before. And I do know the rules of tennis, loosely. And it was really enjoyable. Actually, at one point, there was a game with Federer and this other guy who, I can't say his name. He wasn't doing very well, and actually I wanted him to win. It kind of felt like that thing in the playground, you know, where there's that guy who can do all the sports, and there's the other guy who's kind of being taken the mick out of because he can't do as well. Not that it was like that, but in my head it was like that, and I just wanted him to win. Anyway, then Murray won and it was all amazing. I've got no idea what's been happening with the tennis since then. I've been writing. Perhaps this afternoon I should actually sit and watch some tennis. Also this week on Monday, it was announced that I am a boob ninja. Yes, you did hear that right, I'm a boob ninja. Carrie, you know all about it because you went out for lunch with me last Friday with the lovely Chris from Copperfield. And it's all about getting girls to check their boobies. And guys, because guys can obviously get breast cancer too. It's just that it affects more women percentage-wise than it does men. But I think everyone, no matter your sex, you should be checking out your boobs and checking out your bodies and knowing when something goes a trifle awry. But if you didn't see that video and you want to hear more, here's a little linky thingy to it, me being an absolute loser in my garden. That's how it's framed, basically, the beginning and the end. That is me doing silly things to the Rocky soundtrack. Now, Carrie, you asked a very good question about how I find my character names, how I source them. Where do I get those names from? Well, I've got a little confession for you. I try and like get names, but all of a sudden every name sounds a bit crap or a bit like you made it up, like nothing sounds real. It's really hard. Naming a character and deciding what they do for a job, I think, are the two hardest things. But there's a plane going over. It's a helicopter. This might interfere with my great chat. Maybe, probably not. So sometimes I take the names of some of my best friends and I marry them together. At the moment in Dream a Little Dream, we have Brett Last, and Brett is the stage name from my friend Tace. Tace is a bit too out there, I think, for a character name. I think people will be reading it going, what is this, Thijs? I call Tace Thijs because that's exactly how it's spelled, T-H-I-J-S, but I think other people would find that a bit so I went for his stage name Brett, and then I married that with my other friend Greg Last to make Brett Last. That's where that name came from. But I don't usually take that many from friends, just because, especially with guys, because then you start kind of picturing them and it all becomes a bit weird. I really don't want to be picturing my guy friends when writing male characters, especially leads, because, you know, there are some salty moments and it all gets a bit weird. Although Billy Buskin, I actually took Buskin from my friend Aaron Buskin, because Buskin is such a cool name. Although they did change it for the German version, they changed it to Sinclair, I think, which isn't as cool, but it's very British, so I don't mind that. But yes, my confession, I actually get my names from Facebook. I literally go on to friends, maybe some distant friends that, you know, your friends on there that you've not spoken to for about 10 years, and then I go down their friend list and I go, yes, that's my character name. I literally just steal my friends' names and I marry them together so that there's something completely new, or I steal them from Facebook, from friends of friends who don't know me at all and don't know that I've actually pinched them. I think that's quite bad, isn't it? Is that naughty? Anyway, love you lots, and I shall speak to you later. Bye!